I cannot live in this life without my kids.
An immigrant mother who can't go back to her home country. Her crime? Loving another woman. Next, her fight to build a new life in San Diego. It could transform the way we communicate. The science behind this smart glove.
The reality is the whole system is built on the idea that we have to decide for poor people what they should get. And you got to question that, right?
Changing global giving. The San Diego man behind a group who's giving money to families in need with no strings attached. KPBS Evening Edition starts right now. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Ebony Monet. San Diego's housing crisis is showing no signs of improving over the next 3 years. That's according to a housing affordability report released today by the Regional Chamber of Commerce. San Diego County is on track to build just 50% of the housing units needed to accommodate the population through 2020. Chamber President and CEO Jerry Sanders says tight government building regulations are partly to blame. He says the millennial workforce can't afford to live here, and neither can families or seniors.
We not only need to house our kids so they have an opportunity to live in San Diego, but now we need to house our parents because they're being priced out of the rental market and being priced out of the market also. So we're losing young folks and we're losing seniors at a fairly rapid pace out of San Diego.
The median price for a single-family home in San Diego County in May was $612,000. A two-bedroom rental is going for more than $2,200 a month. Senate Republican leaders pushed forward a revamped health care bill today, and they're aiming for a showdown vote next week. One of the biggest changes for the bill, it leaves some of the taxes on wealthy Americans. The bill also appeals for conservative support by letting insurers sell low-cost, stripped-down policies.
I remain disappointed that our Democratic friends made clear early on they did not want to engage in a serious bipartisan effort to solve this issue. But they have a renewed opportunity to engage now. I hope they'll take it. I hope every senator will vote to open debate, because that's how you change the status quo. This is our opportunity to really make a difference on health care. This is our chance to bring about changes we've been talking about since Obamacare was forced on the American people.
The next days will be critical for Senate Republicans trying to repeal and replace key parts of the Affordable Care Act. In the House chambers, Democratic lawmakers want to fix what doesn't work with the current health care plan.
People have great hardships because they can't afford their health care. I have a friend who's named Charlie. She's 4 years old. She's a leukemia patient. Her mom's a hairdresser. Her dad works in a small company that doesn't provide health care. Their first month's bills when they found out Charlie had leukemia were $260,000. And since then they have accrued to more than $1 million. If they didn't have the Affordable Care Act, they would be ruined. And there's stories like that, not just in San Diego County, but all over the country.
We will have more on the new GOP health care plan on air and online at kpbs.org. And we'll have more analysis tonight on PBS NewsHour starting at 7 o'clock. Governor Jerry Brown testified before a Senate committee this morning, urging lawmakers to pass a bill extending the state's cap-and-trade program into 2030. The system allows businesses to pay extra to exceed their caps on greenhouse gas emissions. Brown says the bill is urgently needed as scientists continue to warn against rising temperatures.
Climate change is real. It is a threat to organized human existence. Maybe not in my life. I'll be dead. What am I, 79? Do I have 5 years more? Do I have 10 years more? 15? I don't know. 20? I don't know. I don't even want that long. But most of you people, when I look out here, a lot of you people are going to be alive. And you're going to be alive in a horrible situation that you're going to see mass migrations, vector diseases, forest fires, Southern California burning up. That's real, guys.
Brown has struggled to gain Republican support for the plan in recent years, with many GOP members fearing the plan would boost costs on small businesses and the middle class. A new study shows alternative energy program known as Community Choice is feasible in San Diego. The program would allow the city to have more control over how much of its energy comes from renewable sources. San Diego is considering Community Choice to help it reach its goal of using 100% renewable energy by 2035. KPBS reporter Claire Tragesser has the story.
Community Choice Energy is a win for San Diego families. Yeah.
Environmental groups celebrated the findings of the study, which shows switching to Community Choice would allow San Diego to use more renewable energy for generally cheaper costs.
Community Choice will give us lower bills, cleaner air, and the freedom of choice.
The energy program is being considered across the state and county, including in Solana Beach and Carlsbad. The study found that Community Choice would help San Diego use more renewable energy and would generally lower electric bills.
The prices are competitive with SDG&E's current prices, which is a good sign.
Cody Hooven is the city's sustainability manager.
It's too early to say yet if people will notice a difference on their bills. They surely shouldn't see an increase.
Well, what is the cost of creating another agency, for instance, a bureaucracy, to actually implement such a program?
But Haney Hong, the president of the San Diego County Taxpayers Association, says the study does not examine all the risks of switching to Community Choice.
What protections are there for taxpayers? Could this become an agency where energy bills are used to pay off a burgeoning public pension debt at the city?
The lobbying arm for SDG&E, known as Sempra Services, also had a similar response. In a statement, it said, quote, "Until the true costs and benefits of such a program are transparent and shared with the public, we believe it is premature to move forward." Both sides will have the next 3 months to lay out their arguments for and against Community Choice. Then the City Council will vote on adopting the program in January. Claire Tragesser, KPBS News.
In a follow-up to a story we first brought you in January, Californians who can't afford to pay their traffic tickets may soon get relief. KPBS investigative reporter Amitha Sharma has details on a state bill aimed at working with the poor to pay off their traffic debt.
SB 185 would allow judges to reduce ticket fines up to 80% based on a person's income. Scores of people in San Diego County told KPBS in January they felt they were being punished solely because they did not have the money to cover traffic fines. In some cases, the inability to pay drove their traffic debt into the thousands of dollars, and missed payments caused them to lose their driver's licenses. A new law that took effect this month bars the automatic suspension of driver's licenses for people who can't afford fines. SB 185, which is currently making its way through the state legislature, would restore licenses to thousands of people unable to pay before July 1st as long as they begin a payment plan. Amitha Sharma, KPBS News.
We already have smartphones and smartwatches. Now, San Diego researchers have created what they call a smart glove. KPBS science reporter David Wagner has the story.
The glove is able to translate sign language. Here you can see the sensors on the glove stretching over the glove's knuckles. They detect the hand shapes that correspond with different letters of the sign language alphabet. Then that information gets wirelessly transmitted to a smartphone that displays those gestures as text. UC San Diego engineering PhD student Timothy O'Connor is the first author on a new paper describing the glove. He says its ability to translate sign language is just the beginning.
The application was very handy for advancing our system to get those fine motions of the fingers, which is what would be required for such a delicate control of maybe a virtual hand or a robot in real space, but from a distance.
O'Connor says one of the biggest advantages of the glove is that its components cost less than $100. David Wagner, KPBS News.
It's educated Nobel Prize winners, Olympic athletes, and a president. Elite New Hampshire boarding school Phillips Exeter Academy is in San Diego this week, sharing its technique with local teachers. KPBS education reporter Megan Burks sat in on one of the sessions at the Bishop School in La Jolla.
It's called the Harkness model, more like dinner with intellectuals than a class. Students sit around a table and discuss a text or question.
So to me, he's talking about a table, but I also saw that as a reflection on sort of community.
The teacher is a gentle moderator, allowing the students to take it where they want and make meaning themselves.
A lot of teachers are very successful being sort of star of the show, and it's difficult to sort of give that over to the students. But I think the satisfaction will come in finding that they will actually end up where you wanted them to end up, or they will end up someplace even more interesting.
The types of readings I'm asking students to do, the types of problems I'm asking them to think through and work on must prepare them well for all of those sorts of national assessments. They bring and they refine the skills every day of grappling and problem solving.
Jen Bicknell uses a similar model at the Pacific Ridge School in Carlsbad.
It definitely takes the pressure off in the sense of that fear of being called on by an authority figure. You build trust with the group early on, and then it grows over time.
The majority of participants this week were from private schools. What about public school teachers with 20 or 30 students? We have tips for using Harkness in large classes on our website, kpbs.org. Megan Burks, KPBS News.
A bill is advancing through the state Senate that lawmakers say will help California measure education and employment discrimination experienced by the LGBT community. Lawmakers want to track the number of kids who identify as LGBT in middle school and high school. If the bill passes, California schools would be required to ask kids questions about their sexual orientation and gender identity on the California Healthy Kids Survey.
But it is a voluntary survey, and no student has to fill out the question, but we simply want to give students the option to let us know if they are LGBT so that we can have the data, because that data is so critical.
According to the author, limited data shows 80% of LGBT students have faced some form of harassment in school. The bill will also collect data regarding workplace discrimination. Preparations are underway for this weekend's San Diego LGBT Pride. The annual celebration kicks off with a rally Friday night, continues with a parade on Saturday, a music festival all weekend, and don't forget the parties. San Diego Councilman Chris Ward says beyond the fun Pride provides, it also provides another essential benefit to the region.
San Diego Pride, as you heard, brings in more than $10 million to the local economy, both from out-of-town visitors and from the extra business activity that all these activities planned this week as the entire city and the neighborhoods that I represent come alive to celebrate.
Organizers expect about 200,000 people will watch the Pride Parade on Saturday. Another major San Diego economic generator is also around the corner. Comic-Con starts on Wednesday next week. For some LGBT immigrants, San Diego Pride is a time when they can be out and proud without fear of imprisonment or even worse. KPBS City Heights reporter Taryn Minto introduces us to Sylvie, who's fighting to build her life here in America because she could face punishment for loving a woman back in her home country of Cameroon.
Sylvie flips through the pages of a 3-inch 3-ring binder. We're only using her first name because of privacy and safety concerns. She's searching for the document that, if she returns to her home country, could put her in jail.
Wanted notice, yes. You say this one.
The wanted notice, translated from French, accuses her and 3 friends of, quote, engaging in homosexual acts. She points to one of the names on the document.
We were 4. They killed this one.
In her native Cameroon, homophobia fuels attacks and even killings of those suspected of being gay. It's considered a crime, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. About 70 countries have similar laws on the books. Human Rights Watch says Cameroon is one of the few that still aggressively prosecutes it.
Lesbian in my country is like a devil for them.
She says she first dated men and got pregnant by her boyfriend. She raised his 2 kids on her own and later fell in love with a woman. She didn't worry about the relationship's consequences until a Jehovah's Witness came to her home.
They were talking to people that is not good. This is not a good thing. If you do that, they will kill you.
So she tried to hide it and dated another man.
I tried, but I didn't succeed with a man again. I didn't succeed.
She reconnected with a girlfriend, but by that time had become pregnant by her boyfriend. He discovered them about a month after Sylvie gave birth.
But she tried to run away, but me, I said I cannot run away because my son is there. I have to want to take my baby. He took the baby, threw the baby there, start beat me, as you see.
She gestures to photographs on the table. They show long, thin welts on her back and small gashes in her skin. She says it could have been worse. Her boyfriend had called the neighbors to join in.
What saved me is because I had the baby. Because I just say, no, he's lying. How can I be like that and I have the baby, you know?
She fled town with her kids and girlfriend, then hopped on a plane by herself to visit a childhood friend in San Diego's City Heights community. She hoped to return when the situation in Cameroon cooled down. But then the wanted notice came out, and she realized she couldn't come back. That was 4 years ago, and she hasn't seen her children since.
It was very difficult.
She's been fighting to bring her kids to the U.S.
Now my first son has 19 years. My second has 17. And my last has is going to turn 5. The end of this month.
Her asylum application was administratively closed in 2016 because documents show Sylvie was considered, quote, a low enforcement priority. But that still left her without her kids. She has since gotten married to a woman, a U.S. citizen, who knows about Sylvie's former girlfriend and that she now has 3 stepchildren in Cameroon.
My marriage is okay, but I cannot live in this life without my kids.
Sylvie is applying for green cards for them, which is costly. She doesn't have enough money to apply for hers too, so she's hoping to reopen her asylum case. Taryn Mento, KPBS News.
Give Directly is an international charity tackling extreme poverty by putting money directly in the hands of the poor. Co-founder and UC San Diego associate professor Paul Newhouse says Give Directly's approach is empowering, efficient, and effective.
Anyone anti-participation grade? I'm curious because I want to hear both sides.
Paul Newhouse is poised to discuss a tale of government corruption.
The irony here is the people that don't talk.
But first, the UC San Diego associate professor has to engage his graduate economics students.
On behalf of all introverts, this is the moment to speak.
Newhouse has been recognized for his own analytics. In 2013, Foreign Policy magazine named him and the 3 other co-founders of Give Directly in its list of 100 leading global thinkers.
What I've always been motivated by is the idea of tackling the grand challenges of our time, right? What are the biggest problems facing the human race on this planet? And, I think that right up there with climate change, global poverty is obviously one of the big ones.
Give Directly is what the name implies. People donate money online to the New York-based charity. Operators estimate 85 to 91% goes directly to people living in extreme poverty in East Africa.
If you're thinking that sounds crazy, you're right. I mean, it's crazy that hasn't existed. It seems so obvious.
Give Directly recipients, on average, live on about 65 cents a day.
Giving up that latte, giving up a coffee or a dinner out, something that doesn't really make a big impact in my life, can have a huge impact on the life of someone in Africa.
Give Directly uses data, old-fashioned door-to-door visits, and physical indicators of poverty, such as thatched roofs and mud walls.
If you can afford it, you really want to have a metal roof. If you're really poor, then you have the thatch roof. It turns out it's also one of the most popular things that people do with the money.
Families receive a one-time grant of about $1,000 or 1 year's salary. The money is transferred via mobile money system, where cell phone use is more prevalent than clean water.
This is about, instead of us as donors and aid workers having the power and deciding what happens, it's the poor having that power to decide for themselves.
These grants are unconditional. One recipient used part of his money to buy instruments to start a band. He sang all about it.
Hey, Give Direct is well-good organization in Kenya.
And there's Margaret. She says before the Give Directly transfer, she worked in other people's farms to feed her children. how does that feel when you get that feedback from people that are being helped and realizing that this is not just like a theory on a piece of paper, this is actually impacting real people in a real way?
It feels great. I think you got to do it and try it and tell me how it feels to you. We have a lot of people who have kids that literally are not eating, and so they're just feeding their kids and not going through that stressful decision of like which kid gets to eat tonight.
GiveWell is a nonprofit that conducts in-depth analysis of charities. It named GiveDirectly one of its top-rated charities in 2016. Still, GiveWell analysts suggest transferring grants to every family in these impoverished villages, rather than only the poorest, would save time and reduce potential conflict.
What happens when you know that for the next decade you're taken care of financially?
GiveDirectly is raising millions of dollars to test it out with its basic income experiment. Every adult in a Kenyan village will receive about 75 cents a day for years. Backers say it will be the largest experiment ever.
We think it's a fascinating debate. Right? We do think that cash transfers should be playing a bigger role, and basic income is one form of cash transfers. We also think there hasn't been enough of that rigorous testing yet.
Since going public in 2011, GiveDirectly has enrolled more than 80,000 families, committing $70 million to people in Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda. Recipients call a hotline to give status updates, which GiveDirectly makes public.
Here's a woman who has an alcoholic husband that she deals with. But the point about this is that you can go through this and find some pretty raw stuff, right? Like, I don't think most charities would let you see what poor people have to say about alcohol.
GD Live is in line with GiveDirectly's transparency goals and vision to reshape international giving.
The reality is the whole system is built on the idea that we have to decide for poor people what they should get. And you got to question that, right? Like, it's not obvious that the model, like poor people get whatever donors think sounds cool, is a good way to make decisions. And so we're trying to push that. We're saying, you know, in many cases, poor people could probably make those decisions themselves, and it would be much more efficient.
Technology makes it possible. GiveDirectly estimates it costs 9 cents for every dollar sent and says research shows it works. A randomized controlled trial found no evidence of widespread abuse of funds.
You know, at the end of the day, it should be grounded in data and not in our own prejudices, stereotypes, fears.
It's an example for the next class of development economists critically questioning how to improve lives. Coming up tonight on PBS NewsHour, stop using the phrase fake news. That's the message from one media literacy advocate who says the term is misleading.
What I don't like about fake news is it is limiting, right? Because it makes it seem like there are two buckets of information, and there is the real information and the fake information. And we know that that is not the case.
Plus, find out how Navy teams rescued an elephant stuck at sea. That's tonight on PBS NewsHour, starting at 7, right here on KPBS. The surf advisory for San Diego may be over, but high tides and rip currents are still washing in. Erin Calandra has more in tonight's forecast.
Well, we are no longer in a high surf warning, but we are still seeing some very hazardous conditions along the coast. We are going to see some dangerous rip currents here, especially for southern-facing beaches, and also high tide, up to 10 feet waves. That's what we're seeing here. So very dangerous, some localized beach erosion as well. And so this is going to continue really through Saturday night. If you're heading to the beach, be very careful before you get into that water. Taking a look right now at our satellite and radar, well, we are seeing still just little blips of scattered thunderstorms and showers in places, again, mainly the deserts and also the mountains, which is very typical for this time of year. A larger picture, well, we see it's not very active here in the southwest. High pressure is in place yet again, and our temperatures are going up. Not as bad as it was here the last couple of weeks, though. So for tonight, 70 degrees. That's a bit warmer than it was last night. Some fog later on. Will be breaking up just as usual. Taking along the coast here, a look at the coast. Oceanside 66 degrees, Poway 65, Borrego Springs 78 degrees for the low tonight, and Mount Laguna 60 degrees. This is how it looks for the southwest. We have that high pressure in place, which means things are heating up. We're also getting some moisture in from Mexico, so it's becoming a bit humid in places. Pop-up thunderstorms are certainly expected in the deserts, also the mountains. So for Borrego Springs tomorrow, it's it's going to be another triple-digit one, 110. Mount Laguna 83, Alpine 89, Poway 89 degrees, Oceanside 79, and same story for San Diego. So beautiful conditions, just dangerous waters out there for the next couple days. Taking a look at the coast for the forecast, the weekend 80 degrees and beautiful sunshine. That's pretty much how it's going to be the next couple days. Inland, a bit warmer. Saturday 90 degrees, Sunday 89 degrees. If you have outdoor plans, should be pleasant for you. In the mountains, scattered thunderstorms should be expected pretty much any day. Saturday, Sunday, Monday through Tuesday. Temperatures right around 80. And in the deserts, it is hot. Triple digits with scattered thunderstorms and showers pretty much any day. For KPBS News, I'm Erin Calandra.
Jupiter like it's never been seen before. NASA has just released new photos of the largest planet in our solar system. These are the closest photos ever of the fifth planet from the sun. They were captured by Juno, the NASA satellite launched in 2011, just 5,000 miles from Jupiter's red spot, the swirling storm, about 3 times the size of Earth. You can find tonight's stories on our website, kpbs.org/evening edition. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.